Everybody, and welcome back to the penultimate edition of 2018 Crack Kills Quick Hits. Let's take a look at the playoff matchups today and the player to watch as we head into the semifinals of both the Crack Kills title and Shit Bowl brackets. Quick hit number 1. Title defense. The Flys ran over no comment in the first round and now face a 2017 title game rematch with the fat bottom Gurleys. Of course, the Flys won that game last year. The Gurleys have built their squad through trades, making some shrewd moves throughout the season, most notably of Amari Cooper. Cooper was a great move by the Gurleys. Maybe not at the time, but he has turned out down the stretch to be very instrumental to them securing the number 1 seed. While Superfly, on the other hand, has done it organically through draft, a little bit of free agency, but mostly a great draft this year for the Flys. The Gurleys, as we said, have made a lot of big moves, but the big name today that they'll be missing is Odell Beckham. Odell's out today, and the Gurleys really need him in the semifinal. They'll turn to their other wide receivers, and Saquon Barkley especially, to try to move on to the next round. Both teams have had convincing seasons, but only one team will return to the championship game this year. Will it be the Flys looking for a repeat, or will it be the Gurleys looking for their first ever Crack Kills championship? It'll be exciting to watch who comes out of this game. Quick hit number 2. Redemption. The second semifinal is a shot at redemption for one of these teams. Unfinished business, of course. As many know, it's a good story historically. They were once around, suffered one of the league's longest losing streaks, and left the league. But just a few years ago returned, and UB has been working towards that title ever since. They were bounced last year's playoffs, but now they look, after the first round bye, to return to the championship game. Shittown, on the other hand, is a perennial top scorer who has never been to the promised land. Both teams will be working hard today to get back to that title game and guarantee the money. Shittown will lean on Christian McCaffrey, who's been almost unstoppable down the stretch, while Unfinished Business got a guarantee from their wide receiver Juju Smith-Schuster. Juju's here for his fantasy owners, and he will be suiting up today, regardless of injury, to help his owners win. It'll be fun to watch today, and it's a big game at the People's Stadium. We'll see who comes out on top. Quick hit number 3. New blood. The Fiends and Dimebags meet in one Shit Bowl semifinal. The Dimebags will lean on Tony Brown and see if Gronk can be anything but a shell of his former self as he comes out and takes on a weak defense in the Bills. Meanwhile, the Fiends lean on Tyreek Hill, who was held in check last week, but they'll need a big game from him tonight to move on, because they started Jordan Reed this week, who did not suit up for the Redskins. The Bags barely missed the playoffs this year, losing in a tiebreaker to the Tinfoil Kings based on head-to-head, and they hope that 2019 could be their year with a number 1 pick and a big-time roster already assembled with an obvious keeper. Quick hit number 4. AB and the Cons. It's December, and AB will lean on the Patriots. This hasn't worked out well in the past. Of course, 2015 is the most notable exception when All Business had the number 1 record in the league, secured a first-round bye, and then had their Patriots not show up in a loss to the Tinfoil Kings, who won the title that year. Tom Brady especially. December fantasy playoffs have been his kryptonite. AB will instead lean on Tough Doug and the Cook, Jared Cook, if they want to see a chance to win today. Meanwhile, on the other hand, the Fugitives have their sights set on that number 1 pick for one reason and one reason only: a redraft of Todd Gurley. The Fugitives can pick up that number 1 pick and redraft Gurley next year. That means 3 more years in their control if they so choose, and it means another thing: DeAndre Hopkins is a possible keeper. This game is huge for the Fugitives, maybe bigger than any other game they played this season. We'll see which team comes out on top and how a win or loss affects the draft prospects heading into next year. No Crack Kills quick hit number 5 this week, so we'll move on to the player to watch. And who is it? It's Mike Thomas from the Fat Bottom Gurleys. Mike T was uncoverable for the majority of the beginning of the season, and today he will need to be the weapon for the Gurleys, as Odell Beckham will sit out with a bad leg. Mike Thomas has been one of the best receivers in the NFL in his career so far. In fact, I think he has the best numbers through 3 years of any receiver in NFL history. He will look to add to those numbers and play in his first ever Crack Kills championship game if he can get the job done today. That's it for Crack Kills Quick Hits. for the second round of the playoffs with only 1 week to go. Good luck to everyone this week. And I hope that everyone gets what they want for Christmas, which is probably a Crack Kills title. Unfortunately, only 4 teams are eligible. Good luck to all.